yesterday, none other than Kevin Stefanski pretty much say Shedeur Sanders has not been getting first team reps because Dylan Gabriel is a rookie quarterback and he need pretty much the majority of all the damn reps. That was his answer to why Shedeur Sanders has not been getting first team reps. Now today, we got Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator, kind of doubling down on these comments in regards to Shedeur Sanders not getting reps.
Cleveland's quarterback room has turned into a circus. Tommy Rees just spoke to the media and didn't hold back when asked why Shedeur Sanders isn't getting first-team reps. Fans can't believe how direct he was. Things are already messy behind the scenes, and Tommy's comments made it worse. And do you think Shedeur is being treated fairly in Cleveland? Let me know. One thing's clear, there's never a calm week in that locker room. Yesterday, Kevin Stefanski tried to cool things down, saying Shedeur isn't getting first-team reps because Dylan Gabriel is a rookie who needs them. But that excuse only made people angrier. Then today, offensive coordinator Tommy Rees faced reporters, and he didn't sugarcoat anything.
In tough weather conditions and everything.
Yeah, I think it starts with taking care of the football. Difference in that game and that weather was our ability to have great ball security. Starts with the quarterback in the center and the exchanges. Thought all of our skilled players, the guys that were handling the ball, did a great job of taking great pride in that. And that was the difference in the game, really, at the end of it, right? You look at numbers and all that, it's equal. And then you look at the turnover battle, and our defense and special teams forced a bunch, and our guys were able to take care of it, and we could capitalize on two of them. But for Dylan individually to manage the game, tough conditions, especially there early, to have, there were some plays there that he's probably not throwing it because you get a ball that's wet and he made the right decision to take care of it. So whether it was extending plays with his legs, with scrambling, and but proud of him in that manner. It's not an easy situation in your third start to play in that first half environment, but his ability to continue to make good decisions.
Rees mostly repeated what Stefanski said, but added some sarcasm that showed there's tension. When asked about Dylan's play in tough games, he praised him for protecting the football, making smart choices, and managing the game. Almost like Dylan could do no wrong. But when Shedeur's name came up, Rees talked about limited reps and creative development. Basically, he said they're figuring it out as they go. That's why fans are upset. The rookie needs more reps. Excuse doesn't work when both players are rookies. You can't say one deserves more practice just because he's new. They both are. But somehow, only one is getting the real chances.
Experience with last year.
Yeah, really positive. Obviously, he was in the tight end room there for the first couple months he was here, and he and I bonded. Really, probably when we were at the Greenbrier, like we were in the same office for the whole time there, and really connected. I think we see the game in a similar light. There's some mutual people we both worked with or know that probably helped, form that bond. But really appreciative of his guidance, and still a young coach, and he's been in the league for a long time, both as a player and coach. So for myself to be around him was really positive, and happy for him and where he's at now, and excited to see him. Texted with him a few times this week, and throughout the season we've kept in touch. So really think highly of Braves, and excited to coach against him.
Asked about Shedeur's development plan, Rees gave a vague answer, saying they're finding creative ways to give him reps, using walkthroughs and learning moments. That's coach talk for he's not getting on the field. Walkthrough reps aren't real development. They're just damage control, and you could hear the irritation in Rees' tone. He didn't sound angry, but definitely frustrated. It was clear he's tired of the questions about Shedeur, and maybe embarrassed by how it looks. Shedeur Sanders is a huge name from college football, sells tons of jerseys, and has a big following. Yet he's not getting any first-team reps. Fans don't buy the excuse, and even some players in the locker room are noticing. They see Gabriel taking every snap, while Shedeur barely gets the ball. That's not competition, that's favoritism. And Rees just made it obvious.
Usual to have two quarterbacks that are rookies. One of them.
Yeah.
Can you explain how challenge it is to develop two rookie quarterbacks at the same time?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially when you're getting one, you got to get a rookie ready to play in the games, help your team, and then you want to continue to develop so everyone's a snap away. So we're all hands on deck. I would say it's a total group effort. Kevin, myself, Musgrave, it's all hands on deck to try to make sure both are ready to play. You have to maximize opportunities, even if there aren't a ton of reps to go around. You got to be creative with how you create some extra reps. specifically to get Shedeur ready if you can't get a bunch of reps there. So the good news is both guys are bought in and doing a good job of working hard and understanding how important those opportunities are, to be ready for the team. So it is a unique situation. I don't know how many times it's probably happened, but probably not a lot. And we have the right two guys mentally right now in their demeanor and how they're prepping and how they're coming to work every day. I think we've put together a good plan, starting with Kevin and then pouring through the rest of the staff to make sure that those guys feel prepared to go play on Sunday.
To sound polite too. He said both QBs are focused and understand the process, but you could still hear the frustration. He admitted it's tough developing two rookies at the same time, and he's right, that's not normal. Usually one plays while the other waits and learns. But this situation is different. Shedeur has been trained by Shedeur Sanders since childhood, played under pressure at Colorado, and delivered in big games. Dillon Gabriel is a solid player too, but hasn't had the same spotlight.
You're getting your Shedeur ready to play because you heard yesterday that Duncan all the reps now.
Yep.
We know about the post prep and stuff like that, but is there anything maybe during the week that you guys are doing that we don't know that's kind of unique to make sure that he's ready to play as well?
Yeah, I'd rather keep probably those in-house, just some of the tactics there. But, there's a lot of walkthrough reps that go around. There's a lot of learning opportunities that go around. There's reps built into practice that are still game plan reps that might not be with the first group all the time. So definitely using all the resources we have to make sure that we maximize them.
So why is Shedeur the one sitting on the sidelines? Cleveland just doesn't seem to know how to handle star players. They've had drama before, Baker Mayfield, OBJ, and now Shedeur Sanders. The pattern continues. He might not admit it, but he knows this situation could blow up. When asked how Shedeur is staying ready without real reps, Rees said they're using creative methods and walkthroughs, which is like teaching someone to swim by talking about water. You can't prepare an NFL quarterback that way. He needs real snaps with the starters to build timing and chemistry. Rees knows that, which is why he sounded more like a frustrated teacher than a confident coach.
Of helping both of those guys, with what they need.
Yeah, he's played in this league. He's been around, some really good players and has a wealth of knowledge. I think he's been fundamental in the opportunities where he can kind of offer some guidance, offer some thoughts. And I'd also say Deshaun's been great and he's played a long time and his relationship with Dillon's really been positive. He goes out of his way to help him talk through some coverages, talk through things that he sees. And I think both Bailey and Deshaun, just the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs of playing the position in this league and what comes with it. I think as much as anything, those guys help two young players manage the day-to-day of being an NFL quarterback. Both guys that have played at early points in their career. And I think their perspective and guidance on that is really important.
Tree also mentioned Deshaun Watson and Bailey helping the rookies learn about life in the NFL. That's good, but advice only helps so much. Shedeur doesn't need pep talks, he needs real playing time. And when Rees admitted it's hard to get both quarterbacks ready, that said a lot. The issue isn't that Shedeur isn't ready, it's that they're not giving him the chance. Fans see it, and even local reporters think the coaching staff might be playing politics. Because when a player like Shedeur gets this much attention, you can't just ignore him, unless you're doing it on purpose.